Can you move it? Hello, hello, hello. Okay. It's a little discombobulated, guys. We just had a meeting in reference to Governor Abbott's mandates, and so I'm trying to organize things for my staff as well as for you. And so it's just been I'm sorry I'm a little late, but it has been a little challenging. We were disappointed. He mandated that at this time, the 18th of May, and we were ready to rock and roll next week. So it was just very disappointing. But like my topic of today is to believe in your heart, because as Confucius said, if you think you can or you think you can't, either way you're right. And I have been here by myself since March 21st, and I've been here for you and for your gift cards, for your and Mother's Day is coming next week, but your gift cards, and I'm in the boutique, by the way. You hear the phone ringing, people are ready. That's what Governor Abbott said. I mean, I think the clients are as ready as you are, and that's for sure. We are going to then start booking our appointments for the guest patient for the 18th, and that's a Monday, and so we'll be putting it together from there. But Mother's Day is on the 10th, and so you can, and we have fabulous specials for Mother's Day, and we'll be, we have been publishing them actually all month anyway, but we'll just continue speaking about them. But I had an idea that I wanted to do today, not knowing that the message was going to be the 18th, because honestly, we really thought it was going to be the 4th. We really thought he was going to put structures together, which he has. And there's a binder of the particulars of it. But with that said, I wanted to speak about mindset, because it's all about mindset. It's not about really Governor Abbott saying the 18th or the 4th or whatever. It's been the whole time of this, keeping a positive mindset, because whatever you think you can or you think you can't, you are correct. You know, when you say, I can't. I was thinking about mom's homeschooling. Oh, no, I can't homeschool. I don't have the ability. I don't have the background. Well, guess what? You're homeschooling. And what's wonderful, though, is that the school systems have put the programs in place that gives you the opportunity to continue on, but being that foundation for your children. I've been watching so many friends that have children, and even grandmas who now have their grandchildren because their parents are essential to have essential jobs, so to speak. And so they are stepping in the gap of being that just not only the homeschooling person, but that support. I interviewed Rob and Tiffany Kahn on Friday for my Face Facts Unique Leaders podcast, and they own a Shot of Texas ranch. Well, their grandson Brody's parents are essential workers in Houston, so they are on 2 weeks and off 2 weeks. And so Brody has been homeschooled by Tiffany and Rob, pretty much Tiffany, but they took Brody to the bike park in Austin so that he could be out and about, but also on this bike path that for his BMX bike and have his PE. So it's just people are thinking in the box, out of the box, around the box. But most important, it's mindset, not about, moaning the blues that my kids are here, but basically putting together a plan for them with the school systems that make it work. And thinking of things that truly are helpful. I did on Friday, because we, again, from a mandate, can now do retail. Well, we've been doing it over the last month, doing curbside as well as shipping around the country, but also shipping for people who are in Texas and just didn't want to come down to Georgetown or down to the square. So my boys at FedEx have been keeping me together there. But people came in on Friday, not only wanting to book appointments, but also bought gift cards. And I did a couple of consultations for subsequent or upcoming treatments and programs. So people are getting ready. And it is a mindset of positiveness. You can think, oh, When is this ever going to stop? When is this ever going to change? Well, there are certain things about this that probably will never change. It's just like after 9/11, and I know you've read this, but before 9/11, I used to travel all the time in business, and I lived in Fort Worth, Texas, and I would drive up, literally, park my car and run in and run on the plane. I mean, literally. But then after 9/11, all that came to a screeching halt. And so for these 20 years, we have experienced that all together. And you guys that didn't experience 9/11 or that right post or pre and now post, taking your shoes off and taking your laptops out and doing all of that stuff is part of our lives, which it wasn't beforehand. And so we will have a new normal, but it's about that mindset. It's whether you think you can, or whether you think you can't, you are right. So, I can't. Or maybe means no, can't means I absolutely won't. But it is, I can. I will think it through and find a solution. But what I wanted to give you today, and because I was with the staff on a Zoom call, I brought a vision candle with me. Elizabeth, would you mind getting it? It's on the counter. And I was thinking of giving you practical things that we can not do necessarily together, because we could certainly do this, but things that I have done over the years that truly make a difference, of that visualization, that verbalization. I can do it. I will do it. I will figure out a way to it. So that visualization, that verbalization, and that actualization. And it is a way to visualize it. Take your magazines that you have. I'm a magazine lover, and I have old Vogues that I wouldn't cut up, but meaning that are probably 20, 30 years old, that are now really collector's items. But magazines that you love, that you're just not going to read again, so to speak, but there are things in it, cut them out. Just put those in a folder and keep those. Well, I went to a birthday party in September, I think it was, and the hostess had a vision candle making project. And then I went to Tulum to a retreat in March, end of February, and this one is from the Tulum. Did I know that we were going to be going into this? Absolutely not at that time. I have a picture of my beloved New York City here, and I wrote the word next, like next time I go, I'll be there. And another thing that I looked at recently, don't you know yet, it is your light that lights the world. Rumi, a quote. But I took these from magazines. I mean, I could go on and on, but I have a vision board in my house, which is a cork board. And I was going to bring it today, but I was like, well, how can I display it other than holding it up in front of me? But I change that on, not necessarily a regular basis. Sometimes I'll start another one, but this one I did in the fall for projecting to 2020. And I looked at it before I left this morning when I took this vision candle with me. And I looked at it from the standpoint of how applicable what you think you can and what you think you can't. New York City is not going to go away. Italy is not going to go away. Paris is not going to go away. London is not going to go away. Other things that are on these vision boards are not going to go away. But it is also about that hope and infinite possibilities, looking at those and knowing that I will be there someday soon with that. And there's a quote that I put on Facebook on Saturday, I do believe, that was part of a post that my friend Janelle Griego had put up, which is really good. It's about it's about speaking forth, because again, it's seeing, it's what you visualize, verbalize. The power of the tongue is what is very, very strong. You must think about what you say before you say it. I'm so tired of being sick and tired. NG, Do not speak those words. Speak. The power of life and death is in the power of the tongue. You must see it, you must speak it, and you must do it. And so the thing about this vision candle is it's a candle. So this is on my coffee table in my home. And so at night when I'm home and I'm working and I'm doing things, I light this and it illuminates this and it brings it to life. So it's what you see, what you speak, and take action. And I'm not going to not do these things, but it's about actualizing them. But back to Janelle's post on Saturday, I put on it as I shared it over to my page that there's a quote from Napoleon Hill that whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So I'm going to start doing a whole study on the word believe, because believing, you say believe. What does that really mean? Well, believe is really faith, and faith is things hoped for but not yet seen. And so it is about that same thing, about that vision. You're pulling it in. Now you're saying, Meg, you're getting a little off the page here. No. This is how I have, for these last 40 years of my life and my business and my actualizing what I have done. It has not been just because I've done and I'm so smart. Oh, no. It is energy. We are all energy. And so I have learned a lot of this. It's about, again, last week, I went through the 3 feet from gold success formula. Your passion plus your talent times association times action plus faith, things hoped for, evidence not yet seen, equals success. As I shared last week with that gentleman written about in 3 feet from gold who was a miner, and he was mining, and he was 3 feet from hitting it, but he gave up. But somebody who had been watching his progress stepped in and was able to dig further, those 3 feet from gold. So it is so often, guys, that you get 3 feet from where you want to be, what your dreams have been. But you must put more action to it. You must put more into it. You can't just say, I want to be a da-da-da, or I want to do a da-da-da. You've got to do some work on it. And it's one of the things about that in the success formula about association, it's about reading different people. It's about listening to different podcasts. It's about associating with people, not the Debbie Downers who are going to pull you away. So whatever the mind of man can conceive, meaning it's putting it out there, and believe, it can achieve. Doesn't say you will, but you can, because you're putting that energy together and creating that, what you are believing for. So as I said, I started this by saying, little disappointed, but it's not going to change anything, because it takes as long as it takes. It's not, so if it's the 18th, there are people that I know that have lost family. This is a wicked situation when a person is susceptible to this. And so we've got to take this seriously. It is not where it is not. So we, as a medical spa, ascribe to OSHA sanitation standards. I have ordered the medical masks and everything that we need, and it's in that binder. It's a different word that he used, but meaning what every industry needs to ascribe to, we will ascribe to it. We will do what is needed. That's why I've shared this with you in previous podcasts over the years, that we stay in our scope of license, of whatever that is, clinical, medical, wellness, just aesthetics, meaning clinical aesthetics. We stay in our scope of license. And so I've never not done that, and I never will do that. But my point is that we as a company will absolutely always perform from a place of excellence, where we can assist you with all your skincare, body care needs. So I just wanted you to, know where we are, and it is what it is, and we will keep on keeping on. But whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, he can achieve. And whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, both are correct, because you have to put action into that. You cannot just say, come see, come saw, it will be what be. Well, that's truth. It will be nothing, because that's just lukewarm. You must put that success formula. That's why, when I read that book several years ago and read that success formula, it so resonated with me, because it is your passion plus talent times association plus action times action plus faith equals success. So whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Belief is powerful, powerful. You walk in a store, you see the pillows with believe, buy it, put it there. But you can't just say, believe, what a nice saying. No, no, no. It's an action call. It's a call to action. It's not just a passive word. It is a verb. It really is. Believe in your heart, know it. So it is verbalization. These are tools of belief to manifest things. It is verbalization, visualization. See it in your mind's eye. That's your spirit. That's your soul. See it. It is absolutely critical. So you see it. And you just really see it. You visualize it. You speak it forth, and then you take action with it. And action is, like I've said, when we first started talking during this season of this quarantine, it's to get out of bed, for instance, that morning 5 that Glenn Lundy speaks about. You get out of bed, you make your bed, you get dressed, and then you take action with your daily round, whatever that might be. Every day is different. I'm getting pretty tired of wearing a cap, but I am in desperate need, and that's probably my own personal disappointment about the delay of the 18th, because my hairdressers will not do my hair color, and I need a haircut, and I need a hair color badly. So I'm going to have to look at some alternate route of that. So whatever that might be, I have to look at that. But that's okay. That too shall pass. I want everyone to be healthy, happy, and blessed. And not only here, but also because I'm a mentor of many in the industry as well as in business. And I want people to absolutely perform from a place of excellence today and every day. So again, I leave you with this. And I said this, and you can go back to Janelle's post that is now on my page from Saturday. But whatever the mind of man can perceive, no, not achieve, perceive, but where's my glasses? Right there, can't even see them. Conceive, saying too much. Conceive and believe, it can achieve. So tomorrow, we're going to have our pop-up shop with the Novitas Spa Medical Rejuvenation Ladies. Too many L's. Rejuvenation Ladies. And it is going to be Bridget and Sarah. And we're going to be speaking about Mother's Day and membership and moving forward and being with you, taking care of all of your skincare, body care needs. So join us tomorrow at 4:00 for the Novitas Spa Hope and Possibilities pop-up shop, where we're taking the Novitas Spa to you. And then on Wednesday, I'm so excited, we're going to have a guest on the Unique Leaders podcast, Face Facts with Wendy Howell. And she is, and I want to say this correctly, she's the chief of staff for a Cisco Systems, for a division of Cisco Systems, but she is brilliant. And we're going to specifically speak about everything girls, and then specifically about the Women of Distinction Luncheon that was going to be this week for the Central Texas Girl Scouts of America, which she is one of the chair people. And unfortunately, the luncheon cannot be had, but they are brilliant, and they're going to do it virtually. So we'll be able to speak to Wendy about that and where to buy your tickets and to donate for the Central Texas Girl Scouts of America, but specifically for the Women of Distinction Luncheon. And I will be there. But and I have a soft spot in my heart, not only because I'm a woman and a woman entrepreneur, but my mother was my Girl Scout and Brownie leader, and I have been a long time supporter of all things girls, certainly, but also about the Girl Scouts of America. So I can't wait for you to meet Wendy Howell. She is brilliant, beautiful, and just a charming, charming woman. And you'll truly enjoy Wednesday's Face Facts Unique Leaders podcast. And that'll be at 4:00 on Wednesday. So until tomorrow, till we meet again with our pop-up shop with the Novitas Spa Medical Rejuvenation Clinic ladies, I wish you a blessed evening. Thank you.